Good afternoon, Norcal Karters. This is Jason, and it is April 4th, 2022, and this is our quick kart podcast with the upcoming events that relate to Northern California karting. So for those that are new to the show, this is a quick podcast. I try to keep them under 15 minutes talking about the recent past events. They're not race recaps. They're just, hey, this is what just happened. And then the next 4 to 6 weeks of upcoming kart events, again, related to NorCal karting. So let's get started with it. April, it's a very, very, very busy month for kart racing, which is fantastic. Plenty of opportunities to go race, plenty of opportunities to watch. And if you're just trying to get into karting, April 18th, we are going to do a live stream on Facebook and YouTube with how to get involved in karting, how to get into karting. We'll have some special guests, and I'll get into that in a moment. But again, norcalkarters.com. You can find us on Facebook, you can find us on YouTube, and you can find us on Instagram. So we are working on a couple of sections on the website right now in preparation for the How to Get into Karting program on the 18th. So it's going to be a couple cool projects coming up. So yeah, check out the websites, check out the calendar, check out the live streams. Once again, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, Instagram, norcalkarters.com. And if you feel inclined to donate, we also accept donations. And the money basically goes right into the checking account to help pay for the website stuff and future projects. This year we added the live stream, so there's new subscription costs there for our business. Not for the listener, they're free, but for us it costs something. So that's what we added this year. Last year we really revamped the website. So yeah, we'll see what 2022 has in store for us and what projects we can tackle in 2023. So with that being said, asking for donations, we would want to say thank you to our sponsors. Gorilla Barbecue, gorillabarbecue.com. GFC Karting, gfckarting.com. Extra Kart Parts, extrakartparts.com. And Aluminos, aluminos.com. So thank you all for your support. And as I'm going down my sponsors list, I'm getting a text here. So bear with me as I get further into the show. Okay, boom, more information coming in. So perfect. So recently on our live streams, we had the Challenge of the Americas. They wrapped up their 2022 race season. They do a 6-race, 3-month series from January, February, and March. They wrapped up at Sonoma, and we did a recap show there. We had special guest Christian Cameron on, Preston Lambert, and we were trying to get more teams on as well, but a lot of the teams were traveling back home from Sonoma, and many of them that supported the Challenge of America series were also going to NOLA for the Superkarts USA event in NOLA. So I know a lot of guys were basically they had no time to even look at their phone, because as soon as they left Sonoma, they were, hitting the pavement to get to NOLA. So, been there, done that. I understand it. So, through the course of the year, we'll get more of them on. Also, we did a recap of the Rok Sonoma Race number 1. And as a reminder, all the Rok Sonoma races this year will be live streamed on YouTube. So you can find that on their channel, the Rok Sonoma YouTube channel. But yeah, that's been a lot of fun. We've been doing that for a year now. And each show gets better and better. So we just got to work on their announcer, which is me. So that's the weakest link right now in the program. We also live streamed the Rok Sonoma 2021 awards. So we did that. And this weekend, some recent kart events this weekend. There was the 80cc track takeover at Prairie City. I posted some videos on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, kind of various places because I have different followers on each one. And it was the 80cc shifter track takeover at Prairie City. And I was out there yesterday, and that was a lot of fun. Thank you to Seth Huntley, Sonny Van Hook. Thank you for letting me take your karts out. I had a lot of fun driving the 80s around that track. And it was a good turnout. That they must have had, I would say, probably 20 to 25 80s that showed up. They did a swap meet. They had the food truck come out. They did a couple of, what is that called? Exhibition starts. So they did starts and then race for about 5 or 6 laps. So that was a lot of fun. I did get one of those recorded. And that is on, that one I think I posted to YouTube. So you can check that out. But yeah, that was what was going on at Prairie City. Davis Kart Club, they had a club race this weekend. And I know a number of drivers were there supporting Davis Club as well as preparing for the KPX event that is coming up this weekend. And Northern Nevada Kart Club, they had an event this past weekend. So the first weekend of April has been pretty busy. And if you have a special event like a swap meet or a networking type karting event, whether it's a vintage kart day or anything else, that your club or you're aware of one, let me know so we can get those on the calendar. It's very important that we promote the special events. The clubs, they're already going to promote their races. Some clubs are going to promote them harder than others, but the clubs, they promote the kart races already. But if you're having, again, a swap meet, a networking meeting, etc., and it's a special event where you think it would be advantageous for just general karting news, let me know. I will get it on the calendar. So, speaking of swap meets, June 26th, there will, right now, there is a plan to have a swap meet at Prairie City. So, June 26th, swap meet at Prairie City. So all you guys out there listening that have a bunch of old kart stuff that you want to move to new owners, start organizing June 26th, swap meet at Prairie City. So Donald and I have already talked about it. We penciled it in. It's going to be on top of another event. I'm not going to lie. But as we get into the summer months, pretty much there's 2 or 3 events going on every single weekend. So we just couldn't avoid it. And Donald probably has the busiest schedule of all the tracks right now in Northern California. And he really wanted to make sure we weren't too close to one of his kart days or one of the KPX events coming to the track to give people ample time to plan for the swap meet. So again, June 26th. I don't normally plug the events that far in advance, but June 26th, swap meet at Prairie City. It's going to be open to everybody. So again, if you have something to sell or something to buy, come on out, June 26th, Prairie City. And again, if I'm missing your events, let me know. Reach out to me. Don't just tag Norcal Karters on Facebook. I don't do a great job of going back through all the notifications to see how many times I got tagged or activity on each page. It's just overwhelming sometimes with Facebook. But you can always send us an email or give me a phone call. Email norcalkarters with a K at gmail.com. And you can find my phone number on norcalkarters.com. So if I'm missing your events, let me know so we can get them on the calendar. We can mention them in the podcasts. So that's what happened this past weekend. So, there's also Superkarts USA, NOLA. I kind of mentioned it, but not specifically for this past weekend. So, upcoming. All right, we're already 9 minutes in. Man, the time flies on these things. So, this Monday, tonight, 7:30 on Facebook and YouTube, we will have Cole Nelson Racing on NorCal Mondays. So, 7:30 p.m., NorCal Mondays, we will have Cole Nelson Racing. So, that's tonight. April 10th, KPX Championship at Davis. April 11th, which is a Monday, NorCal Mondays, club race reports. So if you're participating in a certain club, you have a race report you want to bring on, let us know. We'll get you on the show. So the hardest thing about some of the live streams when we're trying to cover the clubs and trying to get information, is getting the information. So if you're a racer and you race at a particular club, let us know. We'll have you on the show, and you can do the race report for that specific club. Let's see. So that's going to be next Monday, April 11th. Also, April 17th, Prairie City four-stroke weekend. And also on April 17th, we will have Karts and Coffee down in Modesto. So stay tuned for information there. But Karts and Coffee down in Modesto. Let's see. April 18th, Norcal Mondays. We are going to kick off. Right now it's scheduled for one program, but it's probably going to split off to many more. How to get started in karting. So April 18th on Norcal Mondays. How to get started in karting. We're going to have some special guests on. Which include Xander Clements from Kart Chaser, James McMahon from Kart Pulse, Lisa Caceras from Race Karts Inc., and Mike Walden. He's a new karter to the NorCal region. He runs in the Master Briggs class. So if you're asking yourself, why do you have a new guy on? The whole idea is how to get started in karting. And we've had some conversations on some of our podcasts and live streams with karters that have made it very clear. Sometimes us karters want to keep this great secret that we have about karting, which is kind of a pretty pathetic standpoint. And the ease of access to the sport has been difficult for people. So I think it's very important that we as industry people, we as karters, we hear from the new guys on what their blocks in entering the sport have been. So, that's going to be April 18th. Again, Xander Clements from Kart Chaser, James McMahon from Kart Pulse, Lisa Caceras from Race Karts Inc., and Mike Walden runs the Masters class. He just recently ran at Davis this weekend. So, again, we have one, maybe two spots open. So, if you think you can bring some value to that program, send us an email to norcalkarters@gmail.com. And we'll try to get you booked on that show. Again, April 18th, how to get started in karting. Let's see. April 24th, Rok Sonoma Race number 2. April 24th, Rok Sonoma. And once again, those will be live streamed on YouTube. So all the Rok Sonoma events this year will be live streamed on YouTube. And also on the 24th, we have the Shasta Kart Club. We have the Santa Maria Kart Track. And April 25th, Norcal Mondays. Junior Kart Drivers. Another Junior Kart Drivers show. So, we are working on a master show as well. There's only been really one gentleman that's approached me about a Masters show. So, if you're a Masters driver and you want to have a Masters show, send us an email. So, we will grow that list. The Junior Kart Drivers, the reason they have another show is the kids have been beaten down the text lines to get on the show. So that's why this is going to be their third show. So we're going to cater to those that are showing interest and those who are listening to the podcast. So Master Drivers, roll call. Get your buddies together. So let's see here. I lost my spot in my notes. That was April 25th, Norcal Mondays, Junior Kart Drivers. May 1st, Prairie City, two-stroke weekend. Also May 1st, Kinsman Kart Club. They're racing again this year. Same weekend, Central California Kart Racing Association, the CCKRA, is also racing on May 1st. And Northern Nevada Kart Club, May 1st. 4 clubs are racing on May 1st. A lot of racing action going on here in Northern California and surrounding areas. So, again, if I'm missing your events, let me know. norcalkarters@gmail.com. Let's see here. Skipping ahead a couple of weeks, getting to our sponsors, we have May 20th, California Rock Championship. So the California Rock Championship, which is basically it is the Challenge of America's spring and summer program that Andy Saisman runs. They are kicking off at Cal Speed on May 20th. The following weekend will be Rok Sonoma on May 29th. And then also that weekend, May 29th, Prairie City Kart Club, 4-stroke weekend. So those are all the events coming up here for sure the next 4 weeks. And then, like I said, in May, I jumped out and covered our sponsors. And then also coming up, this will be going on the calendar, but it just came through today, May 2nd. May 2nd. That looks like that's going to be a Monday. There is a test day at Streets of Willows for the NCK road racing crew. So May 2nd. Let me update this sheet real quick. Bear with me. You can hear me typing away. So May 2nd, NCK test day down at the Streets of Willows. So, and then since we already mentioned a swap meet, June 26th, NCK is also going to host a swap meet at the Streets of Willow track on July 3rd. So July 3rd, there will be a swap meet. So if my SoCal buddies are listening to this, bookmark your calendars for July 3rd for a karting swap meet at Streets of Willow, which is located at the Willow Springs Racing complex out there in Rosamond. And that same weekend, NCK is also going to be hosting a barbecue. So a lot going on with NCK. Again, May 2nd, test day, Streets of Willows. And then July 2nd and 3rd, barbecue swap meet. And they're having a race that weekend at Street of Willows. So there you have it. So those are the events coming up. Some job openings. If you're looking for work, or maybe you're sitting on the fence altogether about karting and you're really not sure how to get involved, contact one of your local tracks. Prairie City, they are looking for help. Rok Sonoma, they are always looking for help. Recently, Northern Nevada Kart Club, they were looking for help. I don't know if they got the positions filled, but honestly, I think pretty much all the clubs out there are volunteer-based. They're probably always looking for an extra hand to do something around the club. So if you're new to the sport and you're really not sure how to get involved, if you don't know what classes to jump into, if you don't know what everything entails, volunteer for one of the race weekends. Become a corner worker, become a flag person, and it gives you a whole different perspective of kart racing. And then you don't have to worry about like jumping in, head first, not knowing anything. You'll have some familiarity with the sport, and you get a lot of these tracks will pay, and you get to watch racing action while getting paid. So what better way? Let's see here. And then also job openings. If you want to learn how to get your hands dirty and do crappy karting jobs, sorting parts and things like that, cleaning engines, cleaning carts, let me know. I'm always looking for help for my business, extrakartparts.com. I mean, I have a lot of work lined up right now for, people that can sort inventory, preferably someone that understands what kart parts are. But again, it's going to be crappy jobs. They're kind of perfect for kids that are trying to learn mechanics in karting and some other stuff. So if that sounds interesting, reach out to me. Again, you can send me either an email to extrakartparts@gmail.com or norcalkarters@gmail.com. And we're going to wrap up our show with our sponsors. Thank you again to Gorilla Barbecue, GFC Karting, extrakartparts.com, and Illuminos. And just remember, if we all bring one person into the sport this year, we will double our size. And everybody, have a great afternoon.